Ashley, tell me about the changes to retirement plan contributions that are happening in 2025. A lot of changes this year. What are they?
Yeah, great question, Greg. We're still contending with the Secure Act 2.0. A lot of provisions are phasing in over a number of years. This year, we've seen some pretty remarkable updates. Everyone that starts a new 401k account, new company accounts have to auto-enroll employees. That's nice. Employees can opt out. The big one is certain older employees can now supercharge their catch-up contributions. So between the ages of 60 and 63, you can dump more money into your retirement account. That's also helpful. One downside is starting next year, higher earning employees will not be able to deduct their catch-up contributions. So that could limit some of the incentive going forward.
Can you dig a little bit deeper and discuss why Congress made these changes to catch-up contributions?
Yeah, so the idea behind both of the Secure Acts was to expand access to retirement planning. The reason for this quirky 3-year or 4-year window is because the bill had to be revenue neutral. And given the fact that RMD ages were raised to 73, if you're born in 1960 or later, it's now 75. They had to cut somewhere. So a 4-year window is all we got this time around.
What's the biggest risk facing retirement savers right now? Is it the market's recent volatility? Because everyone's checking at their accounts and they're freaking out a little bit.
It certainly can be, and we always caution that if you suffer a big portfolio loss in that 5 years before retirement or the 5 years after sequence of returns risk, that can be permanently damaging for your long-term retirement solvency because you often have to sell into a loss in order to liquidate funds to live. The other big issue is Americans aren't saving enough for retirement. We know that less than 15% of employees have a pension. Something's going to have to change with Social Security in 10 years, so the onus falls to the individual saver.
What about tax policy? They'll get to it eventually, and when they do, how will this affect what you do?
Well, they may or may not get to it. So there's a non-zero chance that we see the 2017 tax cuts sunset at the end of this year. That increases 5 of the 7 marginal tax rates. You see the standard deduction get cut nearly in half. Big changes to estate exemptions. Not a lot of changes for capital gains rates, which apply to taxable accounts, but every client and investor with pre-tax qualified money in a retirement account, they're worried about ordinary income tax rates, which could go up. And we've seen a lot of discussion around Roth conversions now to hedge any increases in taxes in the future.
And then finally, what should clients nearing retirement or in retirement be doing right now, other than not freaking out?
Yeah, I would probably suggest maybe not watching cable news quite as much as some of them like to. Candidly, the core of what we do is give advice, data-driven advice. Most of our clients have a financial plan. We've laid out, even in rosy times, what a 1 or 2 standard deviation loss could look like given that portfolio. So if we have a client who knows what their goals are, knows their spending needs, our job is to hedge that risk and make sure that they have a secure retirement and don't suffer losses on the front end that could jeopardize that.
All right, well, thanks for coming on and talking about it.
Thank you, Greg.